Everybody, I'm on 125th Street, right over there. Right down there is where the pastor, Pastor Manning, has his church. And he always has some like coon shit written on his billboard. Now I don't know how a pastor can say the outlandish things that he has and still have a congregation, because he say some of the dumbest shit I ever heard. So now he's trying to justify Andrew Zimmerman shooting Trayvon Martin. Now I didn't have nothing to say about this case, but all I know is, I know like anytime like undercover like white dudes usually mind their business, but anytime they grilling me, whenever they grilling me on the train station, you like giving me like this like say some shit kind of look, and they got on plain clothes, it's usually a cop, because usually that's not their character to have that grilling. You know, they mind their business and go, you know, like everybody minds their business in New York City. Like white dudes mind their business. They don't have shit to say to black dudes, you know, unless they friends or something or co-workers. But they usually don't say shit to black dudes. But if they're a plainclothes cop, they'll grill you. They be grilling you like, what you looking at? Say something. Hop the train, do some dumb shit, I'm gonna arrest you. That's how they look at you. You usually can smell them out. And now Andrew Zimmerman had a gun. He took the gun out the house. The only time people carry guns on them is when they want to start some shit. Even like when guys go to the club dressed up, they go to the club, they carry a gun to the club. They're not going to the club to meet women. They go to the club to pop some shit, to lick shots. You know, like step on their sneaker, they're going to start some shit. You accidentally bump them and say, excuse me, they're going to pop shit. They're going to try to call your name or something that escalates to them shooting their gun in the air and making everybody scared, or shooting somebody and killing them. I don't have it. Nah, I don't have it.
You sure? You sure you don't need a place to stay? I got a room.
Nah.
I got a room.
I don't need it.
Could you spare me some change?
She's a hooker. Nah. She scared the shit out of me. You see what I'm talking about? So, she scared the shit out of me. She's trying to sell pussy. So she threw me off. So the only time somebody carries a gun is when they want to start some shit. Like even like when Steve Harvey was joking when they was late to the concert. No, Cedric Entertainer, when he was late to the concert. You know, he said white people be saying shit. I hope nobody sitting in our seat. I hope our seats are still here when we get there. But then black people would be like, I wish a motherfucker would be sitting in my seat. I want a motherfucker to be sitting in my seat. There's gonna be some shit. That's usually how people act when they got guns on them. That's how guys, you know, when guys carrying guns on them, you know they bad because they got the gun. And that's how Zimmerman was. Now, Trayvon Martin had weed in the system. Now, he told his friend on the phone some cracker was following me. Yeah, he was a cracker. That, by definition, he was a cracker, because during slavery, during slavery, the cracker was a law enforcer. He was called the cracker because he knew how to crack a whip. He was the cracker. That's where the name comes from, cracker. He said some creepy ass crackers following me. Yeah, he was following me. And then when Zimmerman called and told the police that, you know, that he had a suspect and that he was following somebody, the police told him in essence to fall back and wait till we get there. He didn't do that. He wanted to be the tough guy and then sue Trayvon Martin and be a hero for the neighborhood. And the thing is, like, his name is Zimmerman, and they call him, they say he's Latino. I know for a fact, living in the hood, sometimes when you're around Latinos and they're real light-skinned, they don't want you to know they don't want you to know they Latinos. They try to pass for white, and that's what Zimmerman was doing, and that's why he don't have a Spanish name. I know for a fact, even like in the hood, when Latino politicians are running for office, they say we need the Latino vote. But when black people are running for office, they say we need the black and Latino vote. You know, black people try to include everybody into their circle. You know, but like not all Latinos. I'm not saying all Latinos because I live in a Latino neighborhood and I don't want them to come getting me. But and they dark as me, so they can't pass for white. Most of them, they Dominicans. But I notice like when they real light, they'll try to pass for white. They don't want you to know they light. They don't want you to know they're Latino. They don't want to say they got a lick of black blood in them. And Andrew Zimmerman is one of them Spanish dudes that were trying to pass for white, wanted to protect the neighborhood and get rid of all black people. And you know, he was wrong, man. He was wrong. And anybody that tries to justify Andrew Zimmerman is full of shit. They full of shit. Because the end result is he left out the house with a gun and he killed somebody. And you know, it's gonna take him about 20 years to live this shit down. He's never gonna forget this, and he's never gonna forget this. And it might take him at least 20 years to get his life back to normal. You know, back to normal, to some normalcy, some of it. But even still, everywhere he go, people gonna recognize him. The motherfucker done got all fat and shit. You know, that shit's fucked up, man. And you know, it's fucked up how the 6 women didn't find him guilty. How the fuck do you go out the house with a gun, come back and somebody's dead, and you called the fucking cops and the cops tell you to mind your business? How does that shit happen? How did they find this guy innocent? You know, and I ain't want to get into this shit, man, because I know how these young dudes are out here in the street, and you know, they be smoking weed and shit. And I, you know, like me, I don't smoke weed. I tell people I leave that shit alone. Anytime you need something to have something, anytime you need to take a drug to have a good time, you can't be that bright. So that was dumb. Dumb. But weed don't make you fucking paranoid. Weed makes you laid back, if anything. And they said they had marijuana. He had the munchies. Motherfucker was eating, I don't mean to call him motherfucker, but he was eating Skittles and Arizona iced tea, all that sugar. He had the munchies, but I still don't think he deserved to die. And the only reason it escalated to a fight is because Zimmerman was popping shit. And Trayvon Martin wasn't smart enough to realize that if a white dude is popping shit to you, he had to be strapped. Because that's the only time they pop shit. That's the only time people ever really pop shit, is when they're in a group. When it's one-on-one, they don't say nothing because they gotta have somebody to show off for. Or they strapped. And Andrew Zimmerman was strapped, and it was wrong. They're gonna live his whole life. He'll never forget this shit. His life will be fucked up. It'll take you 1 second to do something you regret your whole life. He gonna be fucked up. Oh man. And that Pastor Manning is a fucking coon. He's a fucking coon. His whole congregation's, he got a congregation full of coons. So like I'm saying, make a long story short, the shit was wrong. Wrong. See that? Black. Alright, y'all, I'm out of here.